We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Detroit Lions and the Dallas Cowboys. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready? 15, line it. 15 line. Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there.
On first down, Kramer. That one complete to Driver. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
To put it mildly, that is not the way anyone wants to start off a game. You fumble on your first offensive snap. But now what you're worried about is, does that linger throughout the game for your guys on offense? And how's the defense going to handle it? Because no one expects to...
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Cowboys. Leonard Fournette, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. PAT up and good by Rosas. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Well, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now a give, right side. It's Carson, and he'll get this only up to about the 35. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2.
3rd and inches. Ready. 50, plant. Score.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
First down, Lions.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Look at me. Go.
Looking to throw. Kramer. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Brown. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Leonard Fournette with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Cowboys are able to show off their quick strike ability. Rosas good with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. They'll run on first down. Carson, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 37-yard line. Down. 90 Wolf. Check, watch 54, watch 54. Night, sweetheart.
Operating from the gun, Kramer. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Got his man, it's Driver complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one goes for 24 yards. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Back to throw. Kramer. He'll find Driver here. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. The Lions into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. From the gun, Kramer. That one caught by Gibson. He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Here's Carson, and he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. It'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Now Leonard Fournette. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and 5.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Here I come. Here we go, 47. 26. Mike 50. I'm not ready. 50's the mark. 26.
Prescott from the gun. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt, and the Lions will take over.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
At the 41-yard line.
Jockey. There we go, kill. Mike 50.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. This one caught by Davis. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Corey Davis, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. PAT up and good by Rosas. And it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Powers through. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
Ready to break.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leighton Vander Esch wreaking havoc with a sack.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And he takes this one back. Into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Rosas good with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Kramer. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They run it with Carson. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Check. Watch 54. And I'm coming after you. I'm here.
They go play action here on 1st down. Over the middle, catch made by Driver. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
Set 70, Indy.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it.
Ready.
On 1st and 10, Kramer. It's caught. Lockett. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row, I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to
And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Dan Arnold, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away.
Let's go.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
He lets it fly for Lockett. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Uncorks one for Davis. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Prescott nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Emmanuel Ogbah. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Uncorks one for Davis. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Cowboys. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. This complete to Lockett. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards. This quarterback now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long.
Bravo! Go!
2nd and long. He's going to look deep down the field. And got his man complete. A gain there of 30 big ones. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire them.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Back to throw. Kramer. That's complete. Right side, Driver with it. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
Ready, set.
Right there. 54 Mike.
He's tired of me.
Off the play fake. Kramer. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 9-yard
Ready.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you
and now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off near the 26. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
6-yard line.
Let's go now. 8, read.
Check 55 to Mike. I want that.
Ready.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Wide open receiver complete. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Now back to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Incomplete in the end zone. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
They'll come out in the pistol. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
Hey, Foxtrot.
They'll try to run this one in, and he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
I got him.
Hey, Mike's 50.
Go to 54.
Now Prescott uncorks one for Davis. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big play here for Dallas. 44 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Fournette on the counter. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
At the Lions' 25-yard line.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
You got nothing today. You got nothing.
Here we go, 46.
Mike's 4-4.
26.
Looking to throw. Prescott under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Trey Flowers, the former Arkansas Razorback, in there to get him. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
Mike's 50. Get ready.
26.
Hey, check. Mike 50.
26.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He wants it all for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Back to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Big grip.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
Let's go. 90, Wolf.
55. Right here. 6 guys.
Get it.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Do you think after that last run they're thinking to themselves, we had to wait all day to play this night game, and we're still not able to run the ball the way we want to?
Yeah, this defense, they've risen to the challenge all evening long. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. 2nd and 6. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic.
And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead. So the Lion offense staying on the field as they're going to try for 2.
I'm going back to you. Check. Crunch.
Ready.
And he'll find his way in for 2. And we're back to a 2-score game. The lead's cut to 16. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And this shot downfield on 2nd down is brought in. Touchdown, Cowboys! 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that pushes the lead up to 23. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Took just 1 play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter with the score Cowboys 45, Lions 22.
Like 50. Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know.
Here's the former Heisman winner. It's Derrick Henry. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow him down.
And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. Denzel Perryman there to bring him down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now.
Come to my work.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
So a good run by Fournette. Now another first and 10. Now this one complete to Corey Davis. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
A first down carry for Henry. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
At the 15-yard line.
Slam.
We're going to 54. Why?
Check 31. Check. It's free.
On play action, Prescott. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Go.
Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Corey Davis there to make the grab as his guys continue to pour it on. Rosas good with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look for a late touchdown. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's 3rd and goal.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. Shiv! Watch the shiv!
Get it.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. I think here the score dictates you pretty much got to go for it.
But when you look at the scoreboard and you realize that 3 doesn't do you a whole lot of good in this situation, you're exactly right. Dial up one of your better plays and get after it. Forget the field goal kicker. He doesn't matter.
And here just playing for pride at this point. Down big, but they'll go for it on 4th and goal. They'll try and run for it. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. They gave it to him in search of his 3rd touchdown, but he's denied. And this Cowboy defense comes up with a goal line stand.
Here we go, 46. Here we go, going to 54. 26.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. A big run by the big man Fournette. Give him 53 yards on the ground.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 47-yard line.
There you go.
44 is the mic. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Cowboys, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week where they take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for the Lions, the losses are piling up as they drop to 1-5 now. And now they'll head to the bye week as they'll be back in action in Week 8. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.